On the morning of May 27, 2016, a loud scream broke the calm in Yogesh Batra's home. His wife Priyanka ran out of their bedroom in panic, saying that something was wrong with Yogesh. He wasn't responding and was lying still. It looked like a sudden heart attack, and there were no signs of foul play, so the family was left shocked. Yogesh's parents were called, and his father, a doctor, confirmed their worst fear. Yogesh was dead. Yogesh, a successful businessman in the plywood industry, was in excellent health for his 42 years, so his sudden heart attack left everyone in disbelief, especially Priyanka. Her deep sadness was clear to everyone, but something about her reaction didn't seem right. Was her grief genuine, or did it seem like an act? This question started to linger in the minds of those around her. While family and friends supported Priyanka, her quick return to normal life felt strange. She immediately took charge of Yogesh's business, organizing everything with precision. Yogesh's parents, who weren't interested in running the business, felt her fast actions were unusual. Was she grieving, or was there something more going on? Yogesh's parents were puzzled by Priyanka's actions, especially her refusal to allow an autopsy. Their concern grew not only because she returned to routine so quickly, but because Yogesh had always been in good health. Yogesh's father couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right, but questioning the cause of his son's death was sensitive, especially since Priyanka was his wife. They didn't want to seem disrespectful. Still, they couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Meanwhile, Yogesh's mother started having vivid dreams where her son appeared distressed, which made her believe his death wasn't natural. Priyanka's quick return to normal life only increased her fears. Each dream felt like a message, telling her that something wasn't right about her son's death. Unable to ignore his growing suspicions, Yogesh's father hired a private detective. The investigation began as a simple check into Yogesh's health, business, and personal life. But as the detective dug deeper, strange inconsistencies started to emerge. Yogesh and Priyanka's seemingly perfect marriage began to show signs of trouble. The detective spoke to Yogesh's old friends, family, and acquaintances, uncovering details about Priyanka's relationship with a gym trainer named Rohit. The two had been seen together several times, and what seemed like coincidence at first began to look suspicious. Priyanka had always kept a perfect public image, but behind the scenes, things were different. The detective's big break came when Priyanka was tracked during a trip to Chandigarh. Just 2 months after her husband's death, she was seen at a party, laughing and dancing. But what was more alarming was that she was with Rohit, the same Rohit who had been spotted around her after Yogesh died. They seemed too close for comfort, given the recent tragedy. As the investigation continued, troubling facts surfaced. Priyanka had given Rohit a luxury car worth 36 lakh rupees for his birthday, a lavish gift that hinted at more than just a friendship. Despite Priyanka insisting that they were only friends, the evidence suggested something deeper. The detectives also found a key piece of evidence in Rohit's phone records. On the night of May 27th, when Yogesh was dying, Priyanka and Rohit had exchanged nearly 40 phone calls. The timing was critical. Rohit's phone records showed he was near Yogesh's house during the hours when he died. It seemed too much to be a coincidence. Yogesh's father, devastated and desperate for answers, took the evidence to the police. However, the authorities initially dismissed him, thinking he was just a grieving father holding on to unfounded suspicions. They considered it a tragic but natural death and pushed the case aside. But as the private detectives kept digging and more evidence came to light, including Rohit's suspicious behavior, the police had no choice but to reopen the case. A major breakthrough occurred when it was discovered that, on the night of Yogesh's death, Rohit had switched his SIM card, an unusual action that suggested he was trying to avoid being tracked. By March 2017, after months of investigation, Rohit finally cracked under questioning and admitted to his role in Yogesh's murder. The truth was shocking. Priyanka and Rohit had been having an affair for months before Yogesh's death. Priyanka had felt trapped in her marriage and wanted a life of freedom and passion, leading her to a dark decision. The murder had been carefully planned. Priyanka and Rohit thought they could inherit Yogesh's wealth and start a new life together. Priyanka, in her desperation, had acted coldly, distancing herself from the crime while still pretending to grieve in front of others. On May 27, 2016, Priyanka and Rohit hired Sonu and Satish to help carry out the murder. Sonu, being a pharmacist, prepared a sedative to be injected into Yogesh's body, which would induce a heart attack. They called Yogesh to a remote location for the plan to unfold. However, their attempt to inject the sedative failed when the needle broke. In response, the four of them then resorted to suffocating Yogesh until he was dead. They had originally planned to dispose of his body by throwing it into the Yamuna River, but this plan was not executed. After a lengthy investigation and trial, on August 6, 2021, the Yamunanagar Court, under District and Sessions Judge Deepak Agarwal, convicted Priyanka and Rohit for the murder of her businessman husband. Both received rigorous life imprisonment sentences. The two hired contract killers, Sonu Singh and Satish Kumar, were also sentenced to life imprisonment for their involvement in the crime. The investigation into the case had taken several years, but justice was finally served for Yogesh Batra's murder. The death of Yogesh Batra is more than just a tragic story of love gone wrong. It raises important questions about marriage, power dynamics in relationships, and how far people will go to escape emotional or societal pressures. Priyanka's actions reflect her dissatisfaction with the life she had, wealth, privilege, and status, but without personal happiness. In a society that often values appearances over authenticity, this case highlights the devastating consequences of living a life dictated by what others expect, rather than what one truly feels. Priyanka's betrayal was not just a personal failure. It was a reflection of the societal pressures that shape how people act in relationships. On August 6, 2021, Priyanka, Rohit, and their accomplices were sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Yogesh Batra. This case serves as a powerful reminder of how love, betrayal, and ambition can combine to cause devastating outcomes. It makes us think about the complexities of human relationships and how fragile the lives we build can be. What started as a tragic death grew into a web of lies and deceit that tore a family apart. Yogesh's parents not only mourned the loss of their son, but also the betrayal by someone they had once trusted as family. Thanks for watching, and do leave your opinions into comment section. See you in the next video.